we go. All right. Good morning again. We are going to talk about what we should be doing today, and then we're going to talk about what we're actually going to do today. What is on the schedule for today is to learn everything about Amazon and to actually open your Amazon account. How many of you have Amazon Prime? Let me see your hands if you have Amazon Prime. Johnny, you have Amazon Prime, yes?
No.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
I don't believe it. I don't believe the internet's going to last.
Or Amazon for that matter, right? Okay. Then you'll probably have to set up an Amazon account. I don't know if you have.
I have an Amazon account. I have an Amazon account.
Okay, so I think you'll be able to do it fine with that. Anyway, so we're going to set up your author account, and we're going to do that together in person. Okay. Now, like I said, I could actually do a training about how to do it yourself, but here's what I want. I want you guys to be successful, and I want you guys to get these things done. And what I'm noticing is that when I leave things for you to do, that they don't always get done, that's human nature. So we're going to solve that because none of you are going to be left behind, okay, including those of you who are not on this call today. None of you are getting left behind if I have to fly out and grab you by the neck and sit you down in a chair and do it with you, okay? That's what's going to happen. So we're going to open our Amazon accounts together, and we're going to do that next week, okay? There's a lot of things we can get done this week, but we're going to solidify it all in today's call, okay? So you can just be spending this week writing and catching up with where you should be in your writing. Okay? So we're going to review what it is that you should have done, and then we're going to talk about your titles because that is the absolute necessary thing that we need. So it used to be that you could change the title, okay? When I first did my first book, I don't know where it was with my second book, but I do know for my first book that I could change my title if I needed to. And I have heard that that's no longer the case. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, and the only way for me to find out is to actually try to do it. I have searched, and I've even left a question for Amazon. I have not got a straight answer yet. So but I'm still working on talking with them about it. But we're not going to take the risk. Okay, we're not going to set it up today with a title that you're not completely confident is your title. But we are going to lock it in now. Okay, so that we can open up your account and get that started. So there's a whole bunch of things that you should have done already. They should have completed. And when I say should, I don't mean that as a shaming thing. I mean that as like foundational things that we need to have done in order to be able to move forward. So we need to get caught up, and essentially that's what we're going to do today. Okay, so let's review what it is that that we need to have done. Okay, let me just share my screen with you this time. You guys can't see that yet, can you? I haven't shared my screen. Here we go. All right. You see that now? Yes.
Yep. You see slides.
So, good. So first we're going to do a little pop quiz. Grab a piece of paper and a pen. Here we go. This is a working class today. Working. And I know you all love pop quizzes. So grab a pen and paper. You're actually going to fill this out. Hopefully you get the first one right. You have to get at least one answer right in order to continue working together.
My name is.
And if you get that one, good. You're on track. You're a success. Okay. My name is, and I am, okay, who are you? And I'm going to give you an example in a minute, okay? I am the author of a book called, you're just going to put in your working title right now. This book is for, you're going to name your ideal customer. Whose problem is, don't answer them yet. I want you to write out the questions. Whose problem is, I wrote this book because, and it is my mission or dream. It is my dream to blank. Okay, do you guys write that all down? You don't need to answer it quite yet. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to answer in just a minute because I want to give you an example, but I have to stop sharing in order to be able to give my example. Can you guys get that down?
Okay, wait.
Where'd everybody go?
I'm
We're all
here.
Okay.
Oh, I can only see there. Okay.
Did you guys get each of those fill in the blanks written down?
Almost.
Okay. Okay, hang on. I'm going to pull up my, pull mine up. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example, okay? I'll give you mine. My name is Melody Meyer. I'm a speaker, author, and business mentor. Or I could say I'm the founder of or the creator of blah, blah, blah. Okay. I am the author of a book called Ultimate Bestseller Formula, Write and Publish a Book to Build Your Brand and Boost Your Bottom Line. This book is for speakers, coaches, and entrepreneurs whose problem is they need to connect with more ideal clients. I wrote this book because I have a proven system to writing a book that will attract more ideal clients and help these entrepreneurs build their business. It is my mission, actually mine will be, it is my dream to help mission-driven entrepreneurs to make a difference in the world and create the lifestyle of their dreams. Okay? So that is my, that is how I would fill it out for me. Yours is going to be different. Okay? But we're going to spend just 3 minutes and you're going to just fill that out as best as you can right now. Okay? It's not going to be perfect, but this is part of the work that we've been working on and you've been thinking about. So I need you to trust what comes up. Okay? So I've been asking you, who is your ideal customer? I've been asking you, you know, what are you thinking about for a title? Why is it that you're writing this book? You know, what is your story? What is, you know, what is your promise? What is the problem? What is the promise? We've gone over all these things in theory and we've talked about them. And so it's already started to percolate in your head. And now I need you to articulate it all in one place. Okay? So I'm going to just take 3 minutes and you're just going to fill it in as best you can. All right. And then we're going to come back together. I'm going to put the questions back up just in case you need to refer to them. All right. All right, time is up. You guys ready? Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, I can go first.
Yay.
Let's see your face, Johnny.
Can't see me? Where am I?
Oh,
Hang on. I'm doing 10 things on the computer. Let's see. Where are you? Zoom. Okay.
There you are.
All right. Okay. My name is Johnny Miller, and I'm a marketing director for Stage 14. I'm the author of a book called How to Double Your Email List in 60 Days, the proven formula to automatically collect customer data and lock in customers for life.
Woo!
The book, was that long? It was long. The book is for brands who want to have a direct relationship with their customer base and sell more products. I'm solving the biggest problem, which is how do you collect customer data quickly, easily, and make it fun for the customer. I wrote this book because I have faced this issue for 15 years and was sick of trying to collect data manually. It's my mission to help brands connect and win, win, win.
nice.
What do you guys got to say about that? I said,
Awesome.
boom.
3 minutes? Wow.
3 minutes.
No, that's
Yay.
really awesome. Okay, we'll come back to each of you again, but I loved everything about that, Johnny. That's amazing.
Good. Next.
Wow.
That's a hard one.
Did you move out of the wine business? I mean,
So I made it generic so that I can sell it to anybody.
people.
And that way, when I do the wine stuff, I'm going to put that in the paragraphs that are not like hard, won't be on the cover of the book.
Right.
So when I do a forward or something like that, or if I speak at a different conference, like if I speak at an entertainment conference, I'm going to tell it's for YouTubers. If I speak at a travel conference, I'm going to tell them it's for travel companies. If I'm speaking so each one, I'm just going to modify the paragraphs that go before it and the emails that go before it. But I'm leaving the wine out of the title. So it's a very genericized.
Okay. Cool.
And you can, and your stories will be for.
Yeah, I'm going to have stories with wine. I'll have stories with Pepsi. I'll have stories with entertainment. So I'll have all the stories in there, but I'll be able to kind of craft this and make it seem like it's for them.
Yeah. Excellent. I love it. All right. Marisa, Thanks for volunteering next.
Okay. So my name is Marisa Pasquini, and I'm the founder of the National Home Care Academy. I'm the author of the book, Surviving Dementia Without Losing Your Mind, an essential home care guide for families and caregivers. This book is for families whose problem is finding the best possible care for their family member who has dementia or Alzheimer's. I wrote this book to walk them through the steps and the process of being with a person with dementia and to give them confidence in being a caregiver or confidence in finding care.
Confidence, that's awesome.
My dream is to help families and caregivers have peace and joy for the rest of their lives.
Oh, love it. Come on, you guys, give her some love. That's nice. That's awesome.
It's not done. I couldn't think of the right words, but that's the idea.
All those words were perfect. You guys are awesome. So you know exactly what you're doing. I love it. Okay, Sage. Sorry, Steve is waiting for us. Sorry, Steve.
Steve.
Yeah, we're in it, and then I don't see when somebody knocks, so I'm sorry. All right, keep going. So Sage, go ahead.
Okay. My name is Sage Parker. I'm a full-time caregiver. I'm the author of a book, Optimist's Guide to Disaster, Compassionate Planning for the Inevitable and Unexpected. The book is for anyone who's, I can't remember, whose multiple responsibilities to themselves and others require that they have important information readily available to them in order to deal with every situation. And I wrote this book because I've experienced and I've watched other people struggle with having to provide important information in order to facilitate themselves in a streamlined way through any kind of crisis, move, life change, and had that basically tank them. So my dream and my mission is to prevent that from happening and for people to have enough compassion for themselves when they're caring for their life to plan for all of the unexpected things that arise.
Yay! That's excellent. Now you're gonna spend another 3 minutes, not right now, but you're gonna spend another 3 minutes just fine tuning that, because I see that you weren't like reading it, you were saying it, which is great. Just write down what it was that you said, so it's really succinct and it's in a sentence like that. Did you guys notice you just did a sentence? Okay, I just want to reflect back to you that before I saw this today, when I would ask you guys what your book was about or who it was for, you went into like a lot of story around it, like a lot of like, well, and then I do this and then and you didn't have it really as succinct as you have it right now. When you make it a sentence and you say it's to, help this is my ideal customer and I'm going to help them with confidence. I mean, wow, it's clear, right? You're not like all over the place and meandering, and when you're clear, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to finish writing this book. Okay, so you guys are awesome. I want you to write that out, and if you need to clean it up a little bit, do that. But then you're going to have this written, and it's going to just sit right next to your computer. And when people are going to say what you're doing or who you are, you can actually just memorize that and say, that's who you are, that's what you're doing. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, I'm so proud of you right now. Steve, we did a little pop quiz on, so I'm going to send that to you, or I'm going to show it to you. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it back up on the screen, and I want you to take a screenshot of it, all right? Do you know how to do that with your computer?
A screenshot? I have an Apple. How do you do it? Is Control
Okay.
Command?
So, Johnny, are you there? Oh, no. Yeah, he just stepped away, probably to get a glass of water or something. Okay, so what I do is I do, on mine, I do Shift, Command, and 4, and then I take, then I can put a box around what I want to shoot. But you hold them all down at once, and then you direct your cursor over it, and it'll take a picture of whatever it is you put in the box, and it'll just save it to your desktop. So let me put up the pop quiz, and well, we called it a pop quiz. It's not really a pop quiz. It's just what we're filling out to.
Good morning, authors.
Good morning. I'm so glad you're here. So glad. Okay, so do you see it right there on my screen? Okay.
So it's Shift Command 4 on an Apple?
Yeah. Shift Command 4, and then you have to make a little box around it.
Yeah.
Did you get it? Woo! See, I heard that.
How do you make the box?
With your cursor.
You see a little chat. You see a little.
Yeah, you'll see a little cross.
A little. Free and move the cursor. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So Shift Command 4, and then you can let it go, and then you should have a little. Then move your cursor, and you should see a little like cross, like as if you're going to shoot something, and then you just spread that out.
Shoot something.
When Johnny comes back, he knows all the shortcuts. We'll ask him there is a shortcut too for just taking a shot just of your screen, whatever's on it. But I don't know that one because I don't use that one. Okay, so we're going to come back to that for you, Steve, because we want to hear yours too. You're just going to say your name, who you are, meaning, and you could say, I am the owner of, your business. And then I'm the author of, and we want to hear the name you're thinking of using for your book, and then who your book is for, and what their problem is, and then and why you wrote the book, and what your vision is. Okay, so just as a quickie, again, Marisa, will you share yours just as an example for Steve?
Okay. My name is Marisa Pasquini, and I'm the founder of the National Home Care Academy. I'm the author of the book, Surviving Dementia Without Losing Your Mind, an essential home care guide for families and caregivers. This book is for families and caregivers who want the best possible care for their family members with dementia. And I wrote this book to walk them through the steps and the stages of dementia and to give them confidence as they take care of their families. My dream is to help families and caregivers to have confidence and joy in caring for people in their lives.
Sound good, Steve? So you're going to do that. You're going to do that for your book, and then we're going to hear from you. We took 3 minutes to work on that. But now I'm going to move on to review what it is that we should have done already, okay? Or what we've gone over, okay? So you guys can see my screen, right? So we've got the title, subtitle. We've got a cover, or at least the ideas for our cover. We have a headshot to use. We've got a bio to use, at least one, short or long. We know what our problem and promise is. We know what kind of structure we want to use. We know what our personal story is, and we've created an outline, right?
Yes.
I know some of you have not done this yet. I haven't got it all done, and that's no problem because that is what we're going to solve today. All this is going to be done today, okay? As soon as we have this done, we can start with our Amazon, okay? And I got to get you up there. Got to get you up there, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to play catch up. Here we go. This is what we absolutely have to have. We absolutely have to have in order to open our Amazon account, okay? Now, so we're going to go through each of these one by one right now, okay? Who is confident with their title and subtitle? Who knows exactly? Okay. All right. And Steve, I didn't see your hand, so we're going to work with you now on your title and subtitle, okay? We're just going to get it done. The thing is, you guys, I don't know if you noticed, but nothing kind of happens magically by itself. Did you ever notice that in life?
Yes, I'm actually.
Okay, this is what we wish happened. Okay, ready? I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, this is what we wish happened. Okay. What I want is, I want you to have written a book. It's still not happened, okay? But that is actually what we do with so many things in our life, not just a book, so don't feel bad, okay? So many of us think that just by, hoping and wishing, and that's what people do. They lay on their couch, they watch TV, they watch other people's lives and go, they're lucky. Look at their life that they get to have. They're lucky, they're gifted. No, they did the work that needed to be done to be where they're at, doing whatever it is you think is so wonderful. Winning a football game. Well, how does a person become a quarterback of a football team that wins the Super Bowl? Well, I don't know. I don't follow football, but they did a lot of stuff to get there, right? They worked. They showed up for practice. They did what the work that they needed to do in order to be there. And that is what we need to do too. We just have to put in the time and it will happen. Marisa, I want you to share what it is that you came up against when you were trying to do your outline and what happened. You sat down your computer and what happened? You're muted, honey. Sorry.
Am I there?
There you are.
There. So I got up this morning and I was like, I'm gonna write, and then I couldn't think of anything. I got completely stuck and completely just lost, So I texted
your computer.
Yeah, I looked at it and I'm like I had no idea what to do next. So I texted Mel.
So here's what you did. You got up, you sat in front of the computer, and you faced the dragon. You got to understand, right. People don't even do that. They just they stay in bed, and then or worse, here's the worst one, okay? Create some other kind of drama, some kind of emergency of which, you have to take care of. Okay, that is a strategy that many of us learned from a very, very young age, that if you have, or if you get sick, then you can't do it. Or if somebody else requires something of you, then you can't do it. Or your job, you can't do it. All of that stuff is what we create and let happen so that we cannot follow our dreams. Now, each of you have a dream to be an author. But not just to be an author, to actually have a book. And when we did this little pop quiz, you even have a bigger dream And that's to help other people. So it's like we have to get out of our own way in order to fulfill our dreams and to help other people. Okay? You can't help other people if you get stuck and you get like, but the feeling of stuckness and being stuck, there's no shame in that. Because then what do you do when that happens? You go, oh, I'm stuck. And then you have to have a list of strategies to get through stuckness instead of a list of excuses of why you can't get through it. Okay, you're going to choose a solution from one of those two lists. It's just which one are you going to choose? You go down, if you have a list of strategies, if you have a list of 5 things to do when you don't know what to do, and you just choose one and that doesn't work, then what do? You choose the next one on that same list. You don't go back over that other list of excuses. Okay, then you just go down the list until you find one that works. Okay, that's what winners do. That's what authors do. That's what you do. So, what did you do, Marisa?
Texted me.
She texted me. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I was in bed. I was in bed. I had a huge travel day yesterday up at 4 o'clock in the morning and trying to get back. And then I came back and I did teach my kickboxing class. Anyway, I was in bed. The text went, I looked at it and she's all like, I'm stuck. I was so proud of her, I couldn't even stand it. Okay. And what does it make me want to do when somebody is so brave to ask for help? If you're walking down along, the river and you see a little kid in the river going, help, help, help. What do? Go, wow, I'm late for work. I'm sorry, this is really inconvenient. No, you want to help. And you do help and you feel good about it. So I don't want you to ever feel bad about asking me, Marisa, because that makes me feel great. And I love that you ask for help. Like, I just respect it so much. So then what happened when you asked for help? This is magic.
Then we talked and we did like a role play, which completely changed because I was trying to figure out the outline and what comes first and then what, and do I lay it all out or do I this or do that? So then as we talked, and Mel was the person with the problem that I want to help solve, then it became clear, like, oh, they need to know this, they need to know that, they need to know this.
And did we have fun doing that, Marisa? Did we have fun? It was fun, right? So here, and the reason why I'm using her as an example for this is because it's the same thing with you. What happens is sometimes when we have a problem, our focus gets narrowed. Okay, that is actually a biological thing, a physiological thing that happens whenever we're scared. And because I teach this in self-defense too. Okay, when we get scared, our vision narrows. Okay, that's a survival technique that we have as humans. Our vision narrows. And when our vision gets narrow, we don't see all the options. Okay, and we get kind of like, we start getting even more stuck. So what we need to do is we need to find ways to open that up and be able to see more options. And usually working with somebody else or getting some ideas or just even talking it through, letting out emotions sometimes is all we need to do. So to break through that and kind of look at it in a new way and get away from that really, really narrow focus. Because that's all staying up in the head. And guess where your book is actually coming from? Any ideas?
The heart.
Yeah, it's not coming from your head. Okay, you're going to share some real logical and important information, but that's not what's going to make your book good. Your book is really going to be good when it's just coming from your heart and from what it is that you know. So as soon as I started asking Marisa, what, okay, so I'm your client and I'm feeling all of this. What's the first thing you're going to tell me? She's got a big heart and she wants to be of service so much. She knew exactly what to do. Okay, because now I was a client. I was the person in the river going, help! My parent has dementia and I don't even know what to do. And she knew exactly what to do. So we have to, we have to use each other and use our time to like get out of the narrow focus that our mind wants to do and go, okay, this has to be like this and it has to be like that. No, it's like, how would you help your person? If your ideal customer, and in Marissa's case, her name is Amy. Amy's sitting across from you. What are you going to tell her? She's in tears. She has a huge problem. Johnny has customers whose, if they don't change how they're doing business, they're going to be left behind. Okay, and we're talking about, like in the wine business, we're talking about like an orchard or a wine business that might have been in a family for hundreds of years. And it could all go down the toilet like that when Amazon comes in and starts taking over the market. And now they become obsolete. And guess what? It's been in the family for forever, and their kids don't want to be in that business. Why? Because it's not a good business. It's flailing, and pretty soon that piece of land gets bought up by some other big winery, and that little family winery is gone. That affects everybody, not just that family. That affects all of us that like to get like some diverse and wonderful wines by people who are passionate about what they're doing. But no, all of them are going to be gone unless Johnny helps them. So this is what you're sitting across from that business owner who is just like racking their brain. They have no idea what to do about this wave that is coming. So each of you have that person that you can, sit across from, and you can solve their problem for you. And that's why I'm so passionate about helping you do this, because I can't help everybody in the world. I can't.
Yeah, you can.
I could. When I was 14, I thought I could. Those are the days. But I can't. But what I can do is I can help more people by helping people who can help people. Right? And you guys can each help a lot of people who will in turn be of help to other people. It's a snowball effect of goodness. It's going to just come over the world. And we're part of it, but we have to do it. So we have to get out of our own way and get out of our own stuckness and come up with whatever we need to do to just do it. Okay? No excuses, no nothing. We let that go. That's what a child does. We ask for the help that we need. We step in the muckiness and feel uncomfortable. Because guess what? Nothing ever good came out of just being comfortable. A lot of TV watching gets done that way. And that's about it. Okay? Yeah. Every person who's been successful that you admire, just take one. Whatever it was that they did that you admire, it's because they got out of their comfort zone. And so we think, oh, I want to do that. I want to make a big difference in the world. But as long as I'm not uncomfortable. Really? Okay. You got to want it more than that. You got to sacrifice your own comfort. That's what you're actually paying with. People think that, to do this course, for instance, you pay X amount of dollars to be able to do this so you can find out the information. No, you can find out the information anywhere. Okay. What you're actually paying with is not money. You're paying with your time and your comfort. Okay. So it's okay to be uncomfortable. Then you're doing it right. So whenever you start feeling that, like, I don't know what to do. Of course you don't. You've never done this before. Be in it. Be with the discomfort. You're doing it right. You're on it. You're doing it. And you're uncomfortable and you're doing it anyway. All right? So title and subtitle. You guys are all good. Oh, you better look out. We're going to be moving it on to Amazon pretty soon. Now we're going to help Steve. Okay? So Steve, who is running a full-time business and taking care of a family with little kids, okay, and all of his employees and everything, is also writing a book. Could you be any more proud? I don't think so. He's doing it. It's really amazing. So, and he's committed to showing up and doing that. And so we're going to drag him over the finish line with us, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So Steve, tell us the titles you that you like the most right now.
Well, the title that I believe I settled on is Get Floored.
Get Floored. I love it. You guys like that?
What is it?
Like that.
Get Floored.
Get Floored.
It's a little bit on Got Milk, but Get Floored.
Fun. It's fun.
And yeah, so, and then what you should know before you buy floor covering: to increase the value of your home, sweep less, and love life. You know.
Uh-huh.
And
Cool.
that's the subtitle. I struggled a little bit with the subtitle.
That's okay. That's okay to struggle, and let's bring it in. So, I love Get Floored. I think that's really fun, action oriented, a good play on words. It's short, snappy. I love it. It's awesome.
It was worth the wait.
Get Floored. Yes. And I'm excited to think of what you're gonna, think about for a cover for that, because that's awesome. Okay, so let's talk about the subtitle. So we're gonna use keywords in your subtitle, okay, that people would be looking for. So what were the ones you said? To increase the value of your home, is that one?
Yes, increase
Okay.
the value.
I
And
love that.
The biggest struggle I have is that I'm a big fan of carpet. I like carpet, and carpet has been underrated, but if you buy the right carpet, it lasts a long time. But floor covering still has hard surface in mind versus carpeting, and I just don't like the play on words on carpeting. So anyways, I think that's why I'm struggling with the subtitle, because I want carpet to be in the mix.
Okay, so carpet is part of your solution, but it's not the thing that's going to attract the person. So we want, in the subtitle, we're going to just use the things that attract your ideal reader and customer.
Okay.
Because they don't know if they want carpet yet or not. So, but you're going to put that in the book. Okay. So increase the value of your home. That is something that they want, definitely. What's another thing they want?
Sweep less.
Love that.
Sweep less.
Yeah.
Okay. What's another thing they want?
In other words, less maintenance.
That's nice too. Okay. And what is another thing that they want?
They want durability. In doing the interviews, they want it to last a long time.
Nice. Excellent. So are those the top three, do you think, or is there something else that they want to?
Let me see.
They want it to look good.
Look good.
Look good?
Yeah.
Feel good.
Warm. Something that lasts.
They want it. They want it to match. They're going to make an investment, and they want it. They want the color to match everything.
They want it to
Investment. I love the word investment too. They want it to, what was the last thing you said? Look good.
Yeah, they want it to look right the first time.
Oh, the first time. That's nice. Okay, so you started your subtitle with how? Say it to us again.
Well, you should know before you buy floor covering to increase the value of your home.
Okay, what you should know.
Yeah.
What you should know before, finish it for me. How you should know.
Before you buy floor covering.
Oh, what you should know before.
You buy floor covering.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
just thinking when you were saying that thing, like they want it to be right. Like, what if it was something like do it right the first time? Like, not, you know, you don't want to have to redo it. You don't want it to be installed and be like, what did I do? I don't know. That just.
Yes. Yeah. I like that
Yeah.
too.
And I love sweep less because I definitely want to sweep less.
Yeah, I think that one is also like a play on words and emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Your home is your sanctuary. I keep getting back to like a solid foundation for your sanctuary. Something solid.
Yeah, solid foundation. I also like the word investment.
Yeah.
Right? A solid investment, a solid foundation. You know, what you should know to choose the right what you should know to choose the right floor covering the first time for your home. Okay. This is getting close and we're gonna solve this today, okay? We'll talk some more after our time together today, okay, Steve? And nail down this subtitle. Yeah. But get floored, no I feel really good about. Yes, everybody?
Yeah.
Anybody else have any more? This is what's called a mastermind, you guys, and we're doing a really good job, is supporting one another and helping each other come up with ideas. Anything else?
I like if Steve could tell me the top 5 secrets that the industry insiders would never tell you. Like I'm sure those guys have their little secret world and they don't want us to know, but Steve knows, but he's willing to share it with me. I want to know what those 5 secrets are. What are those 5 secrets to how to buy that flooring, save money, get the durability and sweep less and all that, but how to make it like, wow, it's like intriguing. Like there's something in there that I don't know.
Insider secrets is really good.
Right, and it's the insider secret from the top flooring guy in the country. Learn the 5 top secrets to the insider's guide. It's the insider's guide to how to negotiate that deal on that floor deal. Because everybody's nervous. I'm nervous about talking to a contractor because you don't know what their agenda is. So if I'm getting the inside scoop from these guys, I feel like it'd be more fun.
I loved what you brought up too, Johnny, about saving money. Because isn't that what everybody wants to do? That's
all I want to do. I just want to get the best flooring for the best price, and I want to know what the top 5 secrets I need to go in there. Like how to, and Steve can tell me what those top 5 secrets are, then I'll listen. Like, what are they?
Don't you also want it to be personal to you? You know, how do you add that in? I mean, most people want, like you were saying, what they want not just the best price, but it's all about what it does for them and their home. How do you incorporate that into the best flooring? I mean, I love the best flooring for the best price and the secrets, but it's like, how do you personalize that?
What about like the best flooring for you? The best flooring for you.
Yeah. This is all good. Keep going.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm getting a lot of good information from you guys. I do appreciate it. And, it's this breakthrough that I'm actually, I have more time now. A lot of my kids' stuff has ended, so I have to power through these next 4 weeks. And so I'm ready for that.
Something like what you need to know to get the best flooring for the best price for you, or like you say, something that's personal, that's something the first time, or
it's a little tough. I go back and forth because sometimes the best part of it should be considering it installed with us as well, not just necessarily buy the materials, but buy the materials.
Well, that's all stuff you're going to go through in your book, right? You're going to say, yeah, and you'll be able to point to a customer, that said, oh yeah, I'm just going to buy the material and do it all myself. And then you're going to tell the horror story about what happened. That they had the most beautiful carpet, and then they installed it improperly, and the whole thing was,
it's happening right now. A client bought 100 square feet of tile for their shower. They did it before. It came out wrong. They reached out to us because they need another box. It's a totally different dye lot. It's been 5 months now, so it's totally different. Now they got to redo the whole bathroom, and we're redoing it.
These are the stories you're going to share. Is like, you literally could have, each chapter is like a different horror story. Starts with a different horror story of which then you solve.
Got it.
Maybe it's the mistakes. Maybe it's the top mistakes that people make when buying, when choosing their floor covering, because people, like, they either want to go towards something or away from something. So if you're saying, read this book because I'm going to give you all the best secrets, that's one way of doing it. And another way is to go read this book and find out exactly what not to do, because only stupid people would do that. It's like, because I'll read articles like that, right? It's like 5 things never to say to your kid, to make sure they don't become a serial killer or whatever. It's like, oh, okay, I'll read those 5 things.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to talk more about that. I think that's a good brainstorming session. Anybody else want to say anything before we move on? Okay, so let's pretend we all have our title and our subtitle. Now we're going to talk about covers. Some of you I've worked with extensively on covers, and some of you I have not. But let's just deal with each person individually, okay? So then Marisa ran out. Sage, you and I have talked a lot about your cover. What's really good, what Sage has done that was really great, is she looked at a bunch of covers that she liked. She was able to say and articulate the things that she liked about them. So she said, I like this design, I like these colors, I like these fonts. I like the size of a book. She did all of that. Now we get to give that to a graphic designer and say, do something with that. Okay. There isn't, without mocking it up for the designer, she really has narrowed all of those things down. Now, that doesn't mean you have to do that. What she was able to do, but she does know about fonts, and she does know, and she's a big reader. And so she had a lot of books that she loves that she looked at, and she was able to articulate what she likes about them. So that was very, very helpful. Do you have any, before we send it off to the graphic designer, Sage, do you have anything else you want to say about your cover?
Yeah, I sent you that recent one because I just caught my eye in a store. I don't have, but it was streamlined and very clean, which I like that uncluttered sort of look. But then the more I thought about it, I mean, I'd be interested to see what they come up with the design, but I really do like those colors. The first ones that I sent you, that claret red, the sagey green, that green is like a perfect green, and the gold, because those are colors that I also already have on really great business cards that I just got. And I thought if I could tie in those colors, it's just nice, and it's just sort of a visual clue. But those I like, and then the size that's slightly bigger. The measurements I gave you are actually slightly bigger, wider than those books I gave you the pictures of the color of. So it's just, but I'm happy with that. I mean, I really like that gold design, sort of chaos sort of thing around, but so it's just for all kinds of reasons. But I do think I want to stick with those colors, but just find a clean way, to use that. So
I was thinking of a design where you have the swirl happening and then it kind of coming out into a line. You know what I mean? Like there be like almost.
What I thought, just having that, maybe the title in that, and then the subtitle on the floating on the, something. But it just what I liked about it so much was that gold was sort of the promise of, it's not scary, you'll get through this.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, that's kind of the kind of psychological subtext I was thinking of.
Okay, so here's what I want to give you as a, because a graphic designer costs money, and I know you don't have a lot of money to throw around at these things. What I think we're going to do, and this is going to be the same with the rest of you here, is I think what would be a really good idea is for you to get someone on Fiverr to do it. It's not going to be the finished one. They're going to do, but they'll do up a mock-up for you. Fiverr, I'll spell it for you. Fiverr.
FIV is in victory.
Yeah, Fiverr, 2 R's at the end. Fiverr.com. And you literally can find someone on there to do your book cover for $5.
No way. That's insane.
I know, but not the one that we're going to, it's not going to be the final one we're going to use, because I need special bleed and I need all that stuff, okay? But it's going to be good enough that we're going to be able to actually give to the graphic designer and say, this is what I want, okay? So, in fact, I'm going to just show you Fiverr and how you're going to do this right now. Okay, I'm going to share my screen because all you guys are going to do this. So, Steve, I hope you're listening too. Share. Here we go. So I go to Fiverr.com. And up will come this page. It says find services. Okay, so I could put in here book cover. All right, I put in book cover, and up are going to come all these people that will do my book cover. Now, if you look on the left-hand side, it says delivery time. I always want mine fast. I hate waiting. So I click up to 24 hours. So within 24 hours, I'm going to get someone to give me my book cover. Okay. Now I'm going to look here. I can also refine my search even more. But over here on the side, I can even say my price range. So let's say I don't want to spend any more than $5. Okay, so I literally put in $5. That's how much I want to spend. I put in $5. Now up comes only people who are going to charge me $5. Okay. Now
And these are actual covers that they have designed, or they're
they're going to show you. I'll show you just a second. You're all excited, I know. Okay, now some of them are doing front and back, like they're actually doing the whole thing, which is awesome.
Wow.
But we're not going to have, we don't care about that right now. We just need the front cover right now. All right. But if you find someone that does the whole thing like that, is great. Now they've sorted these people according to relevance. I don't know what that means. I'm going to go over here to, I can also get the newest people that are on here and the best selling people. But you can see their rating with the stars right here. So this person has done 963 customers and they have a 4.9. Right? So this is a good person right here. I'm going to click on them and see. I will do book cover design. Let's see what they do. Now, many of them will have ways to upgrade their the book. But here's where, Sage, this is where you can see the things that they've done. Okay?
Yeah, I love that.
Right. Okay. So, but you come over here on the right, it says premium, standard, and basic. So the basic for $5, they give you the front cover, they give you the source file, and they give you a stock image, but only the front cover. So this is perfect. They'll do 1-day delivery. You can use it for commercial use, and it's print ready. Okay, so you just hit continue, and then you put in, and you have to pay. Fiverr charges $2, so it ends up, it's going to cost you $7. But what you also want to look for when you're looking for someone is someone who says they'll do unlimited revisions.
No, I definitely need that.
Right? No, but you need to look for that because not all of them will do that. Some of them will say, I give you one and I'll give you one revision. Like, oh no, unless you're so specific with your directions. So let's see, what do they need? They need the book cover size, how many pages are in the book. You're just going to tell them 200, okay, because it doesn't matter. What is the title, subtitle, and author's name? What's it about? Do you have specific photos? And then that's when you say, I don't want to use a photo, I want to use a design. What do you like to see in a front cover? That's where then you can, because you can attach all those things that I've had you put into Trello, like that are the things that you like. So Sage, for instance, you've got, I like this font, I like this, I like that, and you put all those in there. You just attach them. Okay. Then they're also suggesting you can go to Getty Images or Shutterstock Images to look for images that you might like. That's a great suggestion. And then you just add that in there and you go, I like this image. Because they have a Shutterstock account, which means they can buy that photo for you. I don't know if they charge extra for that. Doesn't look like he does. And so you're going to be able to put all that in. This person, where do they live? They live in Sri Lanka. Okay. And so within 24 hours, they're going to have something to you. Then you get it back and you look at it and you go, oh, remember I said I like this font. So the font you used I don't like. Or can you move this there? Or can you move that there? Now this person does not say they're doing unlimited. Let's see if they put it in here. Okay, I'm going to look at their standard one here. High resolution. Unlimited revisions there. 5 revisions for basic. So Sage, this is actually someone that would work for you because 5 revisions is actually a lot when you give them as much information as you have. If you know the image, you know your font, you know your colors. So you're not asking for them to come up with a lot of stuff. you'd be able to do that in 5 revisions. Okay. The standard, which is $15, they do 8 revisions.
And what's the premium?
The premium, this is where they're doing the front spine and back of your book, and unlimited revisions, for $20.
That's awesome.
Okay. So, so you can spend $5 and get an idea that we can give to the graphic designer who's actually going to be doing it. And so we can get closer to what we want. It costs less money. Sound good, you guys?
Yeah, it's a great deal.
That's amazing.
It is. You can get everything done on Fiverr. It's amazing. They're my virtual assistant.
And it's all, oh, they do writing and translation.
No, anything you need done at all, somebody does it on here, including the transcription. Remember I suggested Fiverr when we talked about if you want to speak your book and not have to write it, you speak it into your computer, you send it off to somebody on Fiverr and they'll transcribe the whole thing for you. You can even find editors who will edit it for you. Or you can give it to me to do it and then I'll hire them on Fiverr. But you gotta know, I've been using Fiverr for years now, and I've got some really amazing things done and I've got some really schlocky things done. But for me, it's like the lottery, you know, it's like, hey, if it works for $5, great. If it doesn't, oh well, next. But they're very motivated to do it right and for you to like them, so you can give them good recommendations, because they only get business according to how well they're rated. So this guy, Sam, will do anything he can to keep his 5-star rating. You know, a 5-star rating after doing 962 projects, that's crazy good. Okay. So do you guys all have something to do then for your covers? Who needs help? Who needs help with cover? That you don't have actually something to send them. Oh, I know what I need to do. I'm going to go over to Trello. Okay, so because I know I put this in Johnny's board, but I didn't put it in the rest of you guys. I want to make sure you have it. So on Johnny's board, we're talking about the cover, I think. I put it here. The size, did I put the size in here?
Yeah, yes. You did.
Okay, so I'm going to put this, these are the sizes that you get to choose from. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it over in under cover on the master list. Okay, and you can go and copy it in there or look at it here. Okay, so these are the sizes of the books that you get to choose from.
How thick are they?
Well, it depends on how big your book is.
But
Okay,
they
so
have to make them. They have to
we
make
don't
the.
know.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know how many books. I mean, how many pages you have until your manuscript is done, and then once you choose your font and your paragraphing and all that's going to determine. But you know, like this book here, this is 195 pages. This one, it's I'll measure what the spine is on it. But you're not going to be getting them to do a finished product right now, okay? This is like 3/8 of an inch spine. Right. So, but all you need to tell the Fiverr person is your overall size, one of these sizes. Okay, my books are usually this size here is 6 by 9.
do you have the cost structure? Or is if I get the biggest one, is it like
Honey,
ridiculously
listen to
more?
me. Listen to me. The cost is all going to depend on how big your book is. How, like, there's so many other things that are going to determine your cost.
Okay.
Okay. It depends on what size do you want. Like that, your ideal customer has to hold on to it. Okay, so do you
Okay.
want them to be able to, like, I'm working with another author right now, a private client who is doing a journal, and so they want something a little bit bigger than this, so it'll be easier to write in.
Oh.
Okay, other people want a small paperback kind of size. So find a book that you own, that you have, or go to a bookstore and pick up something and go, I like the size of this. Just remember, it's probably not going to be really super thick, your book, but it doesn't need to be.
Okay.
Okay, so just choose one of those sizes. So that's going to be sitting in the on Trello under the master list, book to do master list cover. I'll have all those sizes there for you in the comments. Okay. I have to let my dog out for a minute. I'll be right back. Let me put this on hold. My dog is like dancing right now. What? Go outside.
So Steve, what were you thinking about the cover? Are you going to make it like a cartoonish and funny, or is it going to be like a real picture, or is someone going to get hit upside the head with a plank?
Yeah, I mean, I almost kind of want, almost wanted to have like a beautiful kind of disaster look, like, with possible mistake, with a possible couple over a bad floor, I don't know, something like that I'm thinking of. So
Like a disaster. Don't let this happen to you.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I love Google for this reason. You literally can put that in, like disaster floor or bad home home design, or bad, like just put in a bunch of keywords like that, then hit images on Google, and up will come all kinds of pictures that have those keywords.
Got it.
In fact, let's do it right now. Since this is a working thing, I'll share my screen and we'll see what comes up. So bad flooring I'll put in.
Thanks for asking.
I'll hit images. Okay, so we need a
Gonna finish your whole thing right here, Steve.
Yep, we're doing it.
Crushed it.
Tell me what they're doing. A couple, or what?
You're not sharing your screen.
I'm sorry. Share. All right, thank you. Okay, couple. What are they doing?
My heated floor.
Okay, here we go. So I put in the keywords. I put in couple, sad, flooring. So we're getting a bunch of people looking sad on their floor. Okay, so all of these, like, if you find something that, here we go.
I like opposite
right?
sides of the wall. Yeah.
So anything that says Shutterstock on it like this, you're going to be able to use these. Okay? Or you give them to the person on Fiverr, and they they can use it in the design with an idea.
What are you thinking, Steve?
Yeah, I'm thinking that opposite sides, the that couple between the wall.
Sad man wanting.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
The
one?
white one?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is awesome because what are you saying with the picture? You're saying your relationship is going to be over if you don't do this right. You know, like
Yeah.
that's what's so cool about like selecting certain photos that say it all. I did one for Marisa. She hasn't even seen yet. I'll show you that. That I liked because this person is really happy, right? Surviving dementia. So this person could have dementia, but it's giving that energy like it's all going to be okay. Do you know what I mean? It's not a sad picture of dementia or a problem. It's like, this is, you know, it's all going to be okay, you know? So a picture is really important and can say a lot about your yeah. So put in some keywords like that. That one was just couple, sad, and flooring. How about mad? Let's see what they did for mad. Yeah, that is pretty funny. They don't have as many for mad, but just have fun with some keywords and find some images that you like. And it doesn't have to be the image, just so you can say to your person on Fiverr, like, I like the feeling in this photo, or I like the colors in this photo, or whatever.
Melody, do you think there could also be a before and after kind of picture on the cover, or not really?
I think sometimes that can work when you do an inset of like a before, and then but the main part is after. The only thing is you can't really do side by sides because of the size of the book. It's hard to get the image, and really the image is really about creating a feeling.
Okay.
So what I would do is, okay, well, I'll just do it. I go to Amazon and I'm going to look at books that have to do with flooring. Let's see what everyone else is doing. Okay. So they got a picture of beautiful flooring. Flooring handbook. Again, they're just choosing a picture that has some kind of unique floor to it, right? Wow, you are going to really stand out in the flooring department, my friends. These are all terrible. No, seriously. Okay, so here's one, design ideas for flooring that they use 3 different images because they're trying to cover a bunch of different design ideas. They're trying to, they didn't want to commit to one because they wanted someone to go, oh, I like that or whatever, see? But you see how it's kind of cluttered?
Yeah.
Which is fine if you know what your people want. But what I'm not seeing is, and there's another one where they're doing like, you know, three different kinds of photos. Here's one with one major photo and then insetting some other ones.
It kind of disrupts the flow, doesn't it?
Well, what it makes it look utilitarian. It doesn't have any personality. Okay.
Yeah.
And your biggest plus as a business owner and for writing this book is because we're going to bring in your personality. And so having a, yeah, see, like this, these all look like stock photos of, you know, like this isn't about flooring in particular, but if you look at this cover, it's like, it's all generic stock photos. A smiling contractor, a family planning, digging up dirt, someone looking at their home. Okay. You could do that. I mean, imagine this saying, you know, but even your title has more attitude, you know, get floored. And, you know, and then you have somebody on their floor. Maybe they're happy about their floor, or maybe they're upset about their floor, whatever, but something that's going to grab attention. So people go, what's this? And what's it about? Oh, it's how to, you know, the 5 secrets I need to know before I buy any flooring. Holy, I'm buying flooring. I need to buy this. Okay.
Right.
But see, even this title is a pretty good title. Build and renovate your home with your eyes wide open. Like, they could have done a lot better than that cover for sure. Remember what we said in our very first lesson, that the cover and the title is everything. So, I mean, no pressure, but is like, it's going to show your personality. It's going to show your subject, and it's going to really get people like and pull people in. Okay.
I'd buy something with a cartoon cover on floor.
Yeah.
That would be, because looking at those other covers, it's like, you know.
Yeah, I think Johnny said that too, I believe.
Yeah, I just love that. The couple cartoon, maybe of some couple fly, you know. I just really like Johnny's idea when he said cartoon. That just sounds
right.
great.
Well, and guess what? You can get someone to do that on Fiverr. Like to actually draw an illustration for you on Fiverr. Let me just share my screen again, and I'll show you. So we go over to graphic design. We got illustrations. We got cartoons.
Wow.
Right? So you literally can get, I'll hit illustration first. You can get an illustration done of any of it. But that's why you need to have an idea what you want. Like what does not work with these people is go, come up with something, and then you go, no, I don't like that. Like they get frustrated with you and you get frustrated with them. You need to give them something that gives them an idea of what it is you like. So if you like a certain, let's say you find a photo of somebody pulling their hair out, okay, like this, okay, really upset, like this, okay, and then you send that to them and you go, I want a character that's doing that, having that emotion. Then they can illustrate that, and they can come up with a character for you, or a cartoon. Let's look at cartoons. So people can literally come up with, you know, realistic kind of cartoons or actual superhero cartoons, little animals, you know, a talking donut. Okay, and then you get to own this character, and that's what's cool about it too, is you can actually have the rights to that particular image. Just got to make sure when you click on it. Okay, so these prices, see, they're not $5. If I wanted a $5 one, I'd have to put in that as my limit, because some of these are more. But like, let's say I will draw a pop art comic for you. So I click on this. I want to make sure that I can use you know, that it's going to be original and that I can use it for, like some of them will say not for commercial use. Got to watch that. Okay. This one looks like you can, but you don't want someone that says, yeah, you can, you know, send this to your friends and put it on social media, but you can't use it to make money. Because then they're like, I want a piece of that. Okay. I mean, look at what this person does. I mean, they start at $200, but look at the kind of stuff that they do. It's crazy good. It's amazing. Anyway, so you can have something illustrated as well. Just, you know, and you can have fun with this and spend a lot of time at it if you want to, or you could just go, in this next hour, I'm going to solve this problem, which is to figure out what I'm going to do and I'm going to collect all the files that I want to send to an artist, and then I'm going to just send it and then just see what they come up with. Like, just, we have to move on this. We have to have a cover done. It has to be done by next Tuesday, which means you need to have it done by Saturday, because problems happen. So that doesn't mean you send it to somebody on Saturday. It means you send it to somebody this afternoon so that they can start working on it, so you can start getting all your revisions and have it done by Saturday. Okay, because we're uploading your cover. Now you can change your cover, and we will be changing your cover because we've got to get the whole back done and everything. We get it all done, but I need the front cover of your book. We're uploading it onto Amazon next Tuesday.
Now I want to do a cartoon.
Is that clear, everybody? We're uploading
Yes.
Nobody's going to see it yet, but we have to upload it to Amazon. Okay, nobody's going to be able to search it and find it yet, because we're not publishing it yet. But we can't, what happens is, in order for us to fill out an account and for you to have an account on Amazon, you actually have to fill in certain fields. And those fields, you can't complete your signing up for an account without these fields done. Okay? So can I get a commitment from y'all?
Yes.
So let's go over again what it is you're going to be doing so that you know what you're promising to.
Cover.
I got a little list for you. Here we go. So title and subtitle. You can't get the cover done unless you have that anyway. And most of you have that done. Your cover needs to be done. Again, we can tweak it. I just need that rough one to begin with. Then we need your headshot. Now, we're not going to upload your headshot per se. We can though, if you've got it done, but we absolutely have to have, you need to have had headshots between now and next Tuesday. Okay. They don't have to be in your hand yet. Like I said, we don't have to upload it, but if it's done, then you don't have to worry about it anymore. I need your bio. Even if it's bad, I need your bio. And then now let's talk about this. This is the most important thing you need to be working on this week. I need a copy of it. I need your outline. Now, what happened, and Marissa's not on the call right now, but what happened today when we had a conversation and she didn't know where to start is because she can't start writing until her outline is done. Okay, so don't be writing a bunch of stuff if you don't even know where it would go in your book. You're just wasting your time. So you have to have your outline, meaning I want to see your chapters. We can change the name of your chapters. I don't care about that, but first you're going to do this, and then you're going to do that, and then you're going to do that, and then you're going to do that. And I need to see what that outline is. So if you're doing the 5 secrets, you have an introductory chapter. Maybe that's just what it's called for right now. Introductory chapter, because you can't come up with a cute title for that chapter yet. It's fine. And you know, and in that, you're just going to be doing a summary of what is about to happen. Then the next chapter is secret number 1. The next chapter is secret number 2. See what I'm saying? That I need to see that. And when we have that locked in and we agree, yeah, this is a good flow for your book, then we can take it all out of order. We can, you know, work on one chapter at a time. In fact, I prefer not to do them in order. I like to start at the end. Because then you know what you're building towards, not wondering where you are when you get there. Okay? But you have to have that outline. So, and I already wanted you guys to be writing already. So I need those outlines right away. So send me by tomorrow, whatever you've got for an outline, even if it's just, I don't know. I period, next chapter, don't, period, no period. Okay, you're going to send me what you're thinking, so then we have something to work with and we can solidify and just get it done. Okay, so the time for thinking about things is over. Now is the time for doing things. I need an outline.
Did you read mine?
Where do you have it?
I emailed it and I put it in Trello.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Let's look at it.
You can show it as an example of what not to do.
Perfect. Nah, Johnny. Okay.
No, it's really good.
Where do you have it in Trello?
I put it under structure.
Perfect.
Is that where it goes?
Yeah, this is fine. Book outline, you attached it. This is awesome. There is no preview. Download it. Here we go.
Did it work?
I'm waiting for it to download.
Where is it?
There it is. Oh, it's a image, that's why. Okay.
If you click on it, it'll get big maybe.
Do you scan that, Johnny, or because I would love to do that?
So I have an iPad and an iPad pencil, and I just draw on the iPad.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
But you could just get a piece of paper and write it on ink and take a picture of it with your iPhone, and you'll get the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Literally, just take a pen and a piece of paper and just start writing. And then just take a picture with your pen, with your phone. Done.
Got it.
So there's this chapter 2 is called Starting from Nada.
Okay. Well, I wanted to tell you guys, I read somebody's manuscript over the weekend that this person healed themselves. They were been sick their whole life, and then they figured out the secret and they healed themselves. And it's so awesome. And all he did the entire book was talk about himself. And I was bored out of my mind. And you got to know that I was very highly interested in the solution, very motivated to know what it was that he learned, but I could not get around. And then I did this, and then I discovered this, and then I did that. And it was like, oh my God, this is the perfect example of not making your reader the hero of the story. Okay, so that's why we want to use our story as a reference, but the book isn't our story, okay, unless it's done in a story form. but going, and then I, whenever there's I, then you're not teaching. You're just telling your story. Teaching is about saying, and then you, and this is what you need to do. And then these are the 5 points you need to follow. And you don't have to use you all the time. I'm just saying that the 5 principles of this idea are completely different than. And then what I learned is that I have to do these 5 things. And so what I did first is I did this, like, no. So I'm not even going to take this person on as a client because the book actually needs complete overhaul in order to extract him out. And I actually don't think he's willing to leave his own story and just be the expert that's sharing the information instead of it being about him and what he did. You see what I'm saying? It's a completely different thing. Telling a story about what somebody did as an example, again, completely different than, like, I'll give you an example for Steve. If Steve said he wants to share a story about this couple that chose the wrong flooring, and then they had to redo the whole thing. So he tells the story, you know, they came in, they wanted a certain kind of thing. I told them, like, hey, listen, let's look at these other options. But they were very set on this thing. It's like, okay, no, you take yourself out, hang on. They wanted this certain kind of thing, and they tried, and the salesperson tried to give them another idea, but they said, no, we want what we want. So the salesperson said, okay, fine, and gave them what it was that they wanted. Well, they got it installed, and they didn't like it because of A, B, and C, and they said, you know, and then they tried to blame the installer, then they tried to blame the person who sold it to them, when in actual fact, they got exactly what they wanted. They just didn't know that's not what they wanted. So here is what I suggest. You know, like, now you can go into solution, but that's a story that you're not in. It's not about you. It's about the problem, and then you come in with the solution. But the solution's for everybody. You don't come in and say, well, and then I came back and I told them, listen, you shouldn't have this and you shouldn't have that. And I said, no. Now you're in that story and we no longer care. But now you're just justifying your position. You're not, we don't want to know how you solved everything. We want to know how you're going to tell us how to solve it. Do you see the difference? Johnny, this will be really important for you.
So don't do just the case study. Explain how it relates.
No, do the case study, but you're not going to say, and then I did this for them. You're going to say, and then they followed the system, completely different. Then they followed, then they took this solution, and then they were able to completely have these new results. See how different that is from, and
like before and after.
Finally listen to me. And then right, it's like, it's injecting you into a story, and now it becomes about you instead of about them and the solution. As an author, you have to pull out a little bit further than being who the story is about. Otherwise, we get bored with you.
So it's about them.
And the story is for them too. Even though the story is about what you did, you're not talking about you. And you don't use words like, and I think, and so what I thought was, you know, no, we don't care about what you think. You can even say something like, what they should have done was this, but they didn't. See, it's a strong way of saying it, rather than, I told them what they should have done was, you know, now you're in the story. That's a very advanced thing I just shared with you, which probably I shouldn't have. So I don't want you to second guess while you're writing it. Just write it, because we can change those things. If you accidentally jump in a story, there's a way of very simply, you know, changing a few words here and there to extract you and make you the expert that's talking and using it as a teaching point, instead of sharing your own personal like drama about that particular example. Oops. Okay, so Johnny, I don't understand this very well, but I don't need to understand it, but I am gonna, we'll set up a time to go through it together, and
Okay.
so you can explain it to me, okay?
Okay.
And because I like where you're going. I like how it's divided up. Looks like it's divided into chapters. It looks like you got lots of stories in here. A workbook section, that's awesome. So I just want to understand it a little bit better, but when you explain it to me, that will help. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So Johnny, you know what you're doing next, right? You're
Yeah.
how do I, there, stop share. Okay. Johnny, you know what you're doing next? You're working on your outline. We're going to set up an appointment. We're going to work on your outline. How about the other things that were on that list? Do you have all of those?
I have the tentative cover and I have everything else. So I just need to finalize the cover and submit it to an artist.
Okay. So I'm going to share my screen again. Steve, the 5 things for you. What is your next step?
Sorry, I take a little longer. I usually have to unmute myself.
That's okay.
I want to work on the cover today, finish that up,
Okay.
wrap up the subtitle. I'm already having a vision for the cover through this workshop stuff. So, and then I got to get my headshot. I can get that pretty easy. And then the outline, I think, is going to be my toughest part. And my bio shouldn't be a problem. I got to work on everything. I got to work everything this week. And fortunately, this week, everything is, there's a lot of stuff that ended last week. So I have more time this week.
Okay, so after I finish recording this session, you and I will come up with a appointment. We have 2 appointments, one to solidify your subtitle, and then another one for your outline. So those other ones, the other things that we cover, you'll be able to work on your own. Unless you need help, just ask for it. But once you have your subtitle, you can submit all your stuff for a cover to Fiverr, no problem. Your headshot, you say you got that worked, your bio, whatever you've got for that. I want you to send these things to me. Your bio, I want you to put that up on Trello. But send your outline to me. Just whatever you've got, like work on it a little bit, and then send me whatever you have, and then we'll set an appointment for your outline too. Actually, we'll set an appointment after this call for your subtitle, and then a separate one for your outline. Okay?
Okay.
Then the last thing I wanted to go over with you was your homework. So your number 1 is complete those 5 things that we just went over. Okay? Those are the top 5. They got to be done. The second piece of homework is you're going to choose one of your chapters from your outline and then write or record it. And then number 3 and number 4, same thing. Just pick another one and just start writing, okay? If you're not a writer, just record it, okay? Just talk to your computer, talk to your phone. You need to start getting these things out, or maybe you're one of those lucky people that have things in your computer already that you've written, or you've done your talks you've given, or whatever. Start collecting that material. We've got to get some of that done, okay?
Got it.
Okay, guys? So I'm going to stop the recording. I want to say bye to everybody who's watching this on video that are on the recording. I'm glad that you were workshopping with us, even though you weren't exactly with us. And I'm going to stop this recording.